So, I'm in the lab. I'm doing some riveting experimentation here. Had a casualty. A hairband. Christmas gift of my daughter's was ripped off of her head and dismembered, by her telling of the story at least. So I'm working on trying to get it repaired a bit, see how it turns out. And while I'm doing that, I will discuss a little bit about my forays into video editing. So I probably mentioned before that I'm disinclined to spend a whole lot of money on editing software or the hardware involved or any of that. Just mostly because I consider these videos to be for me, and as long as they are, I'm not going to sweat too much what they look like. I do want to make it so that if somebody stumbles across them and watches a few, that they don't feel sorry for me and my incompetence in the video realm. But I'm not going to do too gosh awful much. So what I'm working with is I've got an old Dell laptop that's running Ubuntu that I take with me every morning to a local coffee shop. And while I'm there, I get timed where there should be no interruptions. And my plan is to do a little writing, do a little video editing type of stuff, and do any social media response that's necessary associated with either. Therefore, because I have an old system and not, I can't benefit from the built-in Windows Media Player or Windows Movie Maker or whatever the Mac equivalent is. I have to use what I have available. And I have tried a number of Linux open source video editing packages. Unfortunately, most of those attempts were before there was some kind of a bug in the upstream Intel graphics driver, and any kind of video editing at all, or any activation of flash, anything that would hit the GPU that is on this old laptop, would cause the system to just freeze up. Well, it did worse than freeze up. Freeze up would have been one thing. What it would do is reboot. When you're in the middle of something, rebooting in Linux without any say in the matter is a real pain. I have a tendency to have a lot of stuff open, and there's not a whole lot of RAM on this machine, so that's, it's a sob story of someone that's trying to keep using some what most would consider to be obsolete hardware. And that's fine. I don't have a problem doing that. It's rewrapped. We'll see if the glue holds. I have my doubts. We'll see. But anyway, so I'd been using the open shot that was available more recently after the bug got fixed. It seemed like if the upstream bug was repaired, It has been fairly recently, or if it wasn't repaired and was just worked around, that happened in Ubuntu 16. I'm in 16.10 right now. But anyway, OpenShot started working, and that was what I already had available. I'd already installed all the others that crashed, and OpenShot was the last one that was remaining. Then I realized that the OpenShot that I had was like 1.4, and there's a release of 2.2, so I went out and I got the 2.2, and so far it's better. It is not approaching some of the capabilities of some of the commercial software, and it shouldn't be. I don't expect that of it, but it, you know, I'm still toying with it. Other things that I have at my disposal is the YouTube built-in editor. I used a little bit today. So far, as OpenShot goes, the only thing that I've done is I've created some animated intro. I've created an animated intro and outro as titles, and then I did a fixed title for these. Dad's Day is what I ended up calling this. Dad's Day videos. And I'm creating a separate playlist for these to differentiate them from any of the other stuff that I'm doing. So OpenShot, I've got the YouTube video editor, which I used. I created those individual intro, outro, title segments as individual videos so that I could combine them repeatedly in the YouTube video editor. And yeah, YouTube video editor is annoying because you set everything up and then you fire and you have to walk away because it does it when it has time and when it feels like it's wanting to do it. But it will get there eventually. And I figured that the easiest thing to do would be to have these waiting for me when I upload a video. Right now I'm not doing anything to them other than trimming. I'm leaving plenty of space at the beginning, plenty of space at the end, and I just trim that off, trying to make it so that it's kind of clean. I'm not going for perfection, so that's good enough for now. I'm using the clipping tool that's built in on my phone. It's a Samsung clipping tool, and then I just today loaded up the Samsung video editor. I'm going to see if there's any pre-processing type stuff that I can do with it before I upload. My old plan, my old workflow was to shoot videos on the Note 4 that I have and have those just automatically, when I'm on Wi-Fi, upload to Dropbox. Then from Dropbox I would either have them I had to stop syncing because my old laptop doesn't have enough space to sync everything that I have in Dropbox. I've got a Dropbox Pro, so I've got a terabyte of stuff, and my SSD in the old thing is, I don't know, 128 gig, something like that. So I can't sync everything, but I have it automatically upload everything from my camera to Dropbox when I'm on Wi-Fi. That means that there's a good chance that I won't lose anything as long as that service stays up. I should be okay there. Then we have the problem of, okay, then I would download it to my laptop, which takes a sizable amount of time when you're talking about videos. Then I have to do all of the OpenShot editing. Then I upload it. Well, yeah, the data steps were slowing me down quite a bit, and I decided, you know what, this isn't especially for these, this isn't really worthy of a whole lot of effort. I'm not trying to be somebody that's that meticulous. So what I should do is cut down the resistance, try and keep going forward, and kind of make my life as easy as possible, and then focus on maybe making a project video that is that has all of the bells and whistles, and I'm not going to get all the bells and whistles. I'm not going to be able to do I'm not going to be able to do some of the things that other YouTubers have done, mostly because I don't have the equipment and don't have the expertise, but I can do what I can do, and that's where I'm sitting. And this will be the longest video that I've posted since I started actually doing these Dad's Days. My plan right now is all those videos are out there from one on. I think I'm going to redo the Dad's Day title. It just doesn't stand out enough. Looks a little lame, basically. But I'd also kind of like to add that and then slap an annotation or something on it that one, to get some experience with that process, but also to put, Dad's Day and then the title, or the title and the Dad's Day number something title, something along those lines. So, or Dad's Day 1 title, Dad's Day 2 title, that kind of thing. And right now the thing that I have set up won't do that. I'm also thinking that since I have no viewership at all, now's a good time to be doing things like incrementally adding some music. I'm not going to be using any of YouTube's stuff because I've heard all of it so much that I'm done. I am not a musician, but I have a guitar, I have a bass, and I don't know how to play either, but all I really need to do is a few chords and maybe a bass line eventually, and kind of build something up that just is distinctive. It doesn't have to be catchy or perfect, or it doesn't even have to sound good. It just has to sound me. I'm not good, so it's perfect. Perfection is where you can find it, right? So here I sit. I've got my little project done, and hopefully that holds up. I can't give it back to her because she'll immediately put it on her head and Gorilla Glue it to her hair. So we'll just leave it in here so that it can cure overnight. And a little outline of the YouTube video editing experience that I've gotten through so far. Now, I have queued up about 6 or 8 videos that have come in over the past hour or so while I was playing around with OpenShot and the YouTube editor. So I will watch those and continue to absorb and learn, and hopefully someday I won't be I'm not embarrassed. I am not going to say that I'm embarrassed by any of the stuff that I'm doing right now. This is crawling before I can walk. Maybe I'm not even crawling. Maybe I've got one hand on the ground and I'm sort of scooting my butt a little bit. Eventually I'll learn to crawl, get around a lot faster. So until I am able to, anybody that wants to stick with this and join this ride, that should be amusing. And if by chance somebody stumbles upon this and says, hey, this guy needs help, yes, but no, I am more than willing to talk with people of slightly better or slightly worse or along the same keel. That's fine. I don't want to hear, oh, well, you've got to get blah, 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 and blah, 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 and there's no way you should do this without blah, and this and that and the other thing. Yeah, because I know that's going to happen. You can talk to me all you want about all the equipment that I should buy. And, you know, hey, I can gear out like the best of them. Right now, I'm not going to be gearing out. So this is where I sit. If anybody does want to chat, say hi, you know, get in on the ground floor when I'm not so busy that I can't respond.